My guest on the show today is not only one of the most feared linebackers in the National Football League, but also one of the most decorated in its history. He's a former Defensive Player of the Year, a 4-time All-Pro player, and a 7-time Pro Bowler who's now wreaking havoc for the Los Angeles Chargers. Please welcome to the Stephen A. Smith Show, the Mac Daddy himself, Khalil Mack. What's up, big time? How are you, man? How's everything?
I'm blessed, man. Can't complain, man. How you, man?
Hey, man, it's good to see you, bro. It's good to see you. It took me a little while to get over being mad at y'all. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm not gonna apologize to anybody. Damn it, I want to be in California. I want to be in LA as much as I possibly can. And I could not believe how y'all lost that game to the Jacksonville Jaguars after being 27-0. It was hard for me to deal with it, and I don't play football. How hard was it for you? For y'all to go through what y'all went through last year?
Man, that game, man, it had me thinking about hanging them up. Getting on the plane, I was like, man, I don't understand how this could happen, especially in that moment, man. Understanding what we could do as a team, and the energy we had going into the second half, and just watching really just bubble screens and quick passes take you down slowly, but looking forward to another year, man, and getting better and going out and actually shaking some things up this year.
As you reflected on that loss last year, what went through your mind throughout this entire offseason, and what level of motivation has that provided for you and your team this upcoming season in your mind?
Man, when I went into this offseason, just understanding that I had a full offseason healthy, going into last year's offseason, I was coming off a foot surgery, so it was a little different. But this year I was able to get after it and understanding what I wanted to bring to this team. Looking back at the film, it wasn't close. It wasn't close to what I want to be for this team, and understandably so. Everybody else felt the same way coming into this year. Talking back and forth with Joey. Talking with Justin, talking with Derwin, it definitely leaves a bad taste in your mouth, man. And understandably so, man. It's just so much energy, so much enthusiasm we have going into this year, and looking forward to it.
Well, listen, I call you the Mac Daddy for a reason. First of all, you shouldn't have been drafted 5th overall, damn it, years ago. It should have been number 1. The Houston Texans, with their sorry selves, drafted Jadeveon Clowney. They should have drafted you number 1 overall, and you spent the first few years wreaking havoc. But in 2021, you only played 7 games due to an injury. You had 6 sacks that year. Obviously, last year you came back, you had 8 sacks. You didn't miss a single game. But people were looking at you, and you know how the NFL is. They looking at your age. They look how you creep up, and they say, all right, he ain't what he used to be. What do you have to say to people who think that way about you? Do you feel in any way it's justified for them to think that way about you?
Man, if you turn on the film, man, I feel like it's still a lot of attention coming my way. Right. Whether you 30, 31, 32, I'm a baller, man. I'm a baller, and this is what I love to do. I love the game of football, and you can say what you want to, man. You turn on that film, I'm going to make a play. I'm going to make a play for my guys and do everything I can to help the team win.
When we look at the Los Angeles Chargers, I mean, obviously being in Los Angeles, and there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of things to do. And so you got to be reputable, because people will find something else to do real quick, okay, rather than support a team that ain't losing. Y'all ain't losing. I'm a fan of Justin Herbert. I think he's an absolute stud. But when we think about life in the AFC West, it starts and stops really with Patrick Mahomes. Somehow, some way, y'all can't get over the hump, but y'all have had a lot of competitive games against Kansas City, and specifically him. How do y'all view yourselves at this particular moment in time compared to the now reigning defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs?
I mean, when you think about, you got to give them their respect, man. And like you said, we played some competitive games, but got to get over that hump. And I feel like it starts with getting after the quarterback, getting after Mahomes. And I put that on my shoulders and Joey's shoulders and Fox and Bash, the whole defensive line. We got to do everything we can to affect him whenever we play him. And so I think it starts there and ends there. And whenever we get a chance to play him this year, I'm sure you're going to be able to see that on the film.
What is it like coming to work every day and knowing that you got a quarterback like Justin Herbert as the star of your team?
Man, that he's a real dog, man. We've out there practicing against him today, man. He's like a mad scientist on the field. Field general. He got a lot of control of the offense, and you could tell those guys follow his lead. And not only that, he's just a savage, man. He don't care about the cameras, the light camera action. All he cares about is winning ball games for this team, and I'm gonna follow him every day of the week.
So it's safe to say that when he got that new contract, all of y'all was good. It's like, hell yeah, he deserved every penny. What was the reaction when he walked into the locker room immediately after signing for about $260 million?
Oh, man, you got a round of applause, man. You got a round of applause. You saw him come in this whole offseason, put in the work, get back. But he was dealing with a few things, coming off of surgery here and there or whatever, ribs. But he was here every step of the way, putting in the work with us throughout the offseason, even through training camp, the beginning phases of training camp and all of those different things and in between it. And so it's kind of unique to see how the guys have to hold in nowadays, but he's a baller, man.
I asked you that question, sort of a setup question, Khalil Mack, right here with Stephen A. Smith. Sort of setup question because of this reason. See, I ain't playing no damn football, okay? I don't want anybody in life looking like you hitting me. I never want that to happen to me, okay? So I have no desire. I never had any desire to play football. But I tell people this all the time as a reporter for so many years. They think they sleeping on me when I say this. Excuse me, when you got somebody at the quarterback position and damn it, his ass can't play, that's a problem, okay? The defense looking at them, they're like this, man, I can't believe this brother getting paid. So
right.
Tell the truth. Could you tell people out there I'm not lying when I say there are some quarterbacks in the NFL, and as a defensive player, y'all look at them and be like, shit, I can't believe this man getting paid by this team. Ain't that true?
Man, absolutely. I know exactly what you're talking about. Fortunately enough, man, we ain't got to worry about that. I know the Chargers are not going to have to worry about that for a long time.
I agree with
having
you.
Like that.
I agree with you totally there. As you scour the rest of the AFC West, Russell Wilson's in Denver. We saw how they looked last year. Damn it, we saw how he looked last year. The only thing they liked about him is that he brought Sierra with him in Denver. I mean, it was that bad last year. It was that bad. But he's better now. And I think he's going to be better, Khalil Mack. That's not for you to say. That's for me to say. But I love the fact that Sean Payton is there. They got Jimmy Garoppolo in Las Vegas. Do you guys feel like it's really about y'all in Kansas City? I know you want to respect all your opponents, but do you feel like it's really about y'all in Kansas City? Or do you perceive Denver and Vegas as being bona fide threats to what y'all are trying to accomplish this year and beyond?
I mean, at this point, man, everybody's a threat, man. Either you the hunted or you the hunter. So we looking forward to putting on our hunter cap and going out and doing what we do in the AFC West and all the other games that we play. It's a matter of dominating this year. It's not about close games for us. Me, personally, I'm not thinking about playing it safe or playing it close. We want to go and blow teams out, man. And we have the talent and the team and the coaching staff to do it.
You know, I'm looking at the AFC overall as a conference, and I don't know if I've ever seen it this stacked. And obviously, not to dismiss anybody, because we understand. Listen, I'm one of those guys, just so you know, and tell your boy Austin Eckler when you see him, you know, I definitely support that brother. I think it's a travesty how running backs get treated, because obviously they're an incredible component to winning. And the fact that you just look at their birth certificate and no matter how productive they are, you don't want to pay them their damn money. I've been pushing the league to sit up there and get at the negotiating table with the collective, with the Players Association, say, yo, let running backs come into the league a bit earlier so they can get paid earlier. So you don't sit up because you holding their birth certificate against them. Having said that, though, I got to tell you, we all know how important the quarterback position is. AFC East, Josh Allen, Tua Tagovailoa, Aaron Rodgers now. North, Burrow, Jackson, Deshaun Watson. People keep forgetting about him. I expect him to return and can never ignore Mike Tomlin and those boys in Pittsburgh. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville, and then you got your division. Have you ever seen the AFC look as tough as it's going to look this year?
Man, over the course of 10 years I've been in the league now, man. I mean, you you threw some names in there, but I mean, you saying over the course of 10 years
Yeah,
with Tom and
yeah,
Peyton Manning,
that's
and
true.
it's been some stacked QBs in the AFC, and
Right.
so it's no different, man. It's no
Yep.
different, man. Football is fun, and whether you playing against the best
Hmm.
or the worst, you going out the dominator, man. And I can't help but think the same way because I've been playing against some of the best quarterbacks this whole time I've been in the league, man. We think about playing against Tom and Peyton
Hmm.
and Phillip Rivers,
Yep.
guys that are not going to hold on to the ball. They're
That's
going
right.
to try to get it out fast and tire out the defense,
Hmm.
and put you in the worst possible situations on the field defensively. Uh, the odds are stacked against you playing against those guys. And so nowadays, you got a lot of young guys, like you said, but a lot of guys that can go out and affect the game, and they almost play like they've been in the league of 10 plus years nowadays. And so just how the pace of the game is going and how the high school players play and how college players play,
Right.
it's almost like a pro style. And so you think about it, yeah, you
Mm.
think about a guy like Justin Herbert going into year 4,
Yeah. What's up?
he's a ball.
What's a nightmare for somebody like you, particularly at 32 years of age, going up against somebody? Not that you have to go up against him other than in practice because he's your quarterback and Justin Herbert,
Yeah.
but a Joe Burrow, for example, a cat like that, a Josh Allen, people like that. What's a nightmare for somebody like you, going up against somebody like that or going up against a Lamar Jackson?
I feel like going against like a dual threat guy like Lamar.
Right.
I wouldn't say necessarily a nightmare, but more so you cautious. You cautious of all these guys, especially like playing for Russell so long, Russell Wilson.
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, you got a lot of different dudes, man. That can Patrick is another one that'll make you pay if you break the pocket. If he breaks the pocket, try to take an inside move, and it'll make you pay by extending plays. Ben Roethlisberger, I played against a lot of guys that can move out of that pocket
Right.
and move around and make some big throws, make a big run. But when you're trying to catch your breath on a second and long, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's yeah, just playing against those dual threat guys that can do both.
Yeah. Now listen, if you've watched me on TV over the years, you know how I feel about you. And damn it, I never forgave the Oakland Raiders for letting you get away. I thought it was criminal. I'm like the nerve of these damn people. It's been years. Obviously, you went from there to Chicago. You were from Chicago and LA. But as you reflect on the first 4 years of your career in Oakland and you think about them moving on from you,
Mm.
um, take me back to how it felt at that particular moment in time when you had to part ways from them. Even as you reflect on it now, thinking about what you meant to an organization and the fact that they were willing to let you go away.
Oh man, say reflect, man. It feel like it's been so long, man.
Yep.
I remember going through that process. I don't know if I can say a lot of the things that I want to say in this
Right.
moment, but
Right.
just understanding the conversations my agent had with Reggie McKenzie at the
Yep.
time,
Yep.
and understanding that we both the feeling was mutual. We wanted to get something done. I think they threw something at me early on, right when Gruden got there,
Yep.
and I it was like a conversation that, you know what I'm saying, me and Gruden had that was like, hey, welcome to the team, welcome to the team. This we kind of wanted to figure out, he wanted to figure out for me who I saw being a good person, the trainer at the time. I feel like they went
Right.
with Tom Shaw, I
Yep.
believe. And so from then on, it was cold turkey for me. I couldn't communicate with those guys
Yep.
from then until I feel like probably like a year later, I feel like
Right.
I got on the phone with Gruden, and my agent, he called me and told me if it's cool that I put him on three-way, he put him on three-way or whatever. And so just understanding that whole process and what happened, I, I look back at it, and like you said, having close friends on that team, Derek Carr,
Yep.
my dog Bruce Irvin, Justin Ellis, Gabe Jackson. You look back at the relationships that you built over that course of the time that you were there, and it's like one of those bittersweet things because you trying to solidify yourself and your family financially,
Hmm.
but at the same time, real life and business coming into play. And so I don't know what the conversations were with Gruden and Mark Davis and all those guys, but it is what it is at that. It was what it was at that point, and I had to do what was best for me and my family.
You damn right. You damn right. You did the right thing too. With that being, damn near led Chicago to the Super Bowl, for crying out loud. But with that being said, I ask you this question: as you reflect on all of that, and as a veteran in this league, what advice do you give players on the come up in the National Football League now, based on your experiences?
Oh man, I have a lot of advice for us young guys that are looking to get that or looking to be in that position one day to negotiate with the team to see if they want to do something long term. And it all starts with just understanding who you are off the field affects a lot of those decisions as well that they're gonna have up top. When you think about a general manager and an owner and all those different things. So off the field issues and how you carry yourself off the field, whether you're a problematic person and all those different things. You know what I'm saying? All of those things come into play. The football part is supposed to be the easy part for us. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're a baller. You're supposed to go out and make the plays, so that's supposed to speak for itself. But everything else could come into play, and so I make sure these guys understand that. And looking at the new CBA, it was one of those things where it's like, man, these guys aren't going to be in a fair position, especially when it comes to what it was that I looked at. Man, it was something about the fifth-year option.
Yeah,
the fifth option, yeah. And understanding what that did to me. I was like, man, seeing Derek get his money, seeing Gabe get his money, and I was like, they was like, oh, congratulations, we picked up your fifth-year option. And I had already won Defensive Player of the Year, All Pro, you know what I'm saying, in my third year. So it was kind of like, wow, dang, that's a congratulations, or is that a slap in the face? So you kind of don't know how to respond to those situations. And I kind of try to make sure they understand that as well, understand the business and holding out. And you see the guys holding out now and how much money they can lose potentially. And it's just a scary thing when you're sitting at the crib and you see those fine checks rolling through 1.8 million and 800,000.
Ouch.
And it's 80,000. And it's like, whoa.
That's right.
You get a little real.
That's right. Don't get in the way of your money. Is that because the NFL does what it can to get in the way of your money. You got to make sure you don't do it. Anyway, before I let you get on out of here, man, just a couple of quick questions. So you leave from Oakland, you go to Chicago, then you end up in Los Angeles. I don't like the cold weather, Khalil Mack. Damn it, I don't like the cold weather, okay? I'm over it, all right? So, I mean, I want to know how good it feels for you to go from Soldier Field to SoFi Stadium. I mean, how good is life working at SoFi Stadium most of the year? I mean, I got to imagine it's pretty nice.
Man, it's night and day, especially during the wintertime. And I loved it up in Soldier Field in Chicago. But just understanding that my wife and kids, they can go outside and do their thing year round and chill and not have to move around like, covered up and all up the whole year. I know it's fun. It's a lot more fun for them as well. So we love it.
It's all about the family. It's all about the family being outside. And by the way, you can identify them. They ain't snorkeled up with their face and everything else. You actually know who the hell they are, man. You actually know who the hell they are. Last question for you right here. So we're looking at the Los Angeles Chargers in December going into January. What are we going to see this upcoming season that might be different from last year?
Man, you're gonna see a group of men that want to dominate every opponent they face, especially during that time of the year. Can't have any let up because we understand what that feels like. So can't do the same things expecting a different result. Definition of insanity. And so you're gonna see some guys that want to work hard to make it to that final game of the year.
I'm looking at your schedule right here, my brother. I mean, it's not you open the season up against Miami. You're on your home turf. You're against Miami. You got road games back-to-back, Tennessee, Minnesota. Then you got a home game against Vegas. Bye week. Then you're going to beat up on the Cowboys. It's October 16th. Don't lose to the damn Cowboys, all right? Don't do that to me. Don't lose to the damn Cowboys, all right? Just make sure you beat the Cowboys, all right?
Absolutely.
I appreciate you, bro, man. I'm going to make sure I get to a couple of games this year, man. Thanks for everything, man. I really appreciate it, bro. Thanks so much.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man.
No
Appreciate
doubt.
your time, big dog.
Absolutely, no doubt. The one and only
Yes, sir.
Khalil Mack right here with your boy Stephen A. Smith. Back with more in a minute.